Hi guys, welcome back to Dinosaur in the Library. I'm Dawn, and I want to talk about TBR piles. So, okay, first, I don't know how well you can see this over here, this little green box. This is where all this noise is coming from. I have a tiny little hamster. Her name is Nora, and she loves running on her wheel. I'm going to see if I can move this over so you can see her. Yeah. So, yeah. Sorry if that was all weird and shaky, but that is where all the noise is coming from, and I apologize, but you cannot stop a hamster from running on her wheel. You just can't. So anyway, I want to talk about TBR piles. So I'm slightly confused. Just a smidge. And I want some opinions. So seriously, if you're watching this and you don't mind commenting on videos, please comment down below and tell me your answer to this. So I've been watching a lot of Booktube lately. Probably, I don't think there's too much Booktube, but probably close to too much Booktube. And I've been listening to a lot of people talk about the TBR challenges. And while I would really love to do them, I don't think they're feasible with my school schedule and the school readings I have to do. So even though I would really like to do them, I'm not going to be able to. I'm going to attempt one. So we'll see how that works, but I'll talk about that in a minute. But everybody talks about their TBR as if they're just the books on their shelves that they haven't read. And I have upwards of 35 to 50 on these shelves that I have not read. Plus at least 2 ebooks that I got for free or super, super cheap. Sitting on my wife's Kindle waiting for me to read those as well. And those weren't even counted in the original tally. But this is not my entire TBR list. My Goodreads TBR is, without exaggeration, well over 2,000 books. My TBR, if it were in physical form in front of me, could kill me. Literally. If it fell on me. I would die. I mean, but what a way to die, right? Suffocated by books? Not a bad way to go. As long as you could read as you were... This got a little morbid, sorry. Okay, so my question is, if you use Goodreads, and from what I've seen, most of the booktubers do, is your to-be-read list on there just books that you actually have, or do you put books on there as soon as you hear about them and you're interested and things like that? Or do you have a separate shelf for them? How do you do that? How do you work that? And I legitimately want to know. I really, comment down below, let me know, because I mean, I'm not going to change my TBR how I do things, simply because I think that if I did not put things on my TBR on Goodreads, that I would forget about them, because there are a lot of books I would like to read. And sometimes if I want a new book and I know that in a couple of weeks I'm going to have a break from school or have a low workload that week and I will have time to read it, I will order one. I will go to Goodreads and just scroll through my to read and find something that I really have been wanting to read and order it, or pick it up locally if I can find it locally. And so it's fine. But I just want to know how you guys do it. Because the way everybody talks, it seems like they just have their TBRs, the stuff that's on their shelves. And that's great, but I don't think I could do that. And I want to know if I'm hearing them correctly. So the 2 challenges that I've heard everybody talking the most about, I think, having to do with TBRs anyway, is the 5-to-1 challenge, which a lot of people have been talking about. And that's where you read 5 books on your shelves, or at least in one case. This may have been Ink Books and Bones. I think that's the correct name. I just started following her, just subscribed to her. I really like her channel a lot. But I think that was the one that was talking about this, where she was counting 2 library books toward that. And that's a good idea, I think, because I do love my libraries. But I can't do that. I would not be able to buy a book until June or July, because I just don't have time to read as much during the semester. I'm doing a lot of reading, but it's academic articles and books for class, books for my papers. So if you could count academic articles toward this, I could buy like 20 books a month. Let's just be honest here. If I could figure out how to put my articles on Goodreads, I would, but they're not books, they're just articles. So anyway, so I can't do that challenge, because while I don't purchase a lot of books during this semester, simply because I know I'm not going to have time to read them, and I already have books that I haven't read, I do purchase things on occasion. So when financial aid comes, after I pay tuition and bills and things, and if I have, you know, quote unquote fun money left over, I will buy things that I've been wanting. Some books. I will go to my local bookstores, or I will order them, and so that I will have them when I have a break to read. And, you know, that's pretty much all and if we go to a yard sale, or we go to a library sale, or a thrift shop, or something like that, I will pick up usually 1 or 2 books, because I buy books pretty much wherever I go. It's kind of like a Magneto, but with books. They just kind of attract themselves to me, and I can't help it. Kind of a superpower, kind of not. Depends on which way you look at it. But I don't want to not be able to buy buy a cheap book. Like if I go to a yard sale and see a book for 50 cents that I really been wanting to read, I don't want to have to say to myself, no, you can't do that because you haven't been able to read 5 books. So that's why I'm not doing the 5-to-1 challenge, even though I think it's a brilliant way to do it. And you guys that are doing it, thumbs up. The other one was on the same channel, and again, I think it was Ink, Bones and Books, Ink, Books and Bones. I will link the correct channel below, and I humbly beg your forgiveness for forgetting the exact name of your channel, but it's amazing and I love it, so take that away at least. But she talked about another one. It was #0/16, and this was also a TBR challenge. So the point of this is you get your TBR that you have down to 0 by the end of 2015. Pretty simple, except for, like I said, I don't get a chance to read a lot of things on my, what I call my fun list, because I'm doing schoolwork, because I'm reading so many articles, and because I'm reading so much for my research, that I just don't have time to read that many books during the semester that are not assigned or required or necessary for research. So I don't know if I'll be able to, because like I said, I've got upwards of 50 sitting on the shelves, and that was just a cursory glance. Guys, I have no exact number on that right now, so don't quote me, because I just sat on the couch, which is right over here, and just glanced over and went, oh, I haven't read that one, you know, just a quick count. And I hit 35 really quickly. So I don't know that I'll be able to do the 0/16. I would really like to. I'm not going to call it an official challenge, but I am going to do my best. And I am, like I said a couple of videos ago, I am doing the Book Riot Read Harder challenge, and I have made a rule that if I have a book that will fit the criteria, I have to read that one instead of going out to find one. There are a couple of things I do not have a book that will count, so I will have to go to my library or get a new book that will meet the criteria. But if I have something, like for microhistory, I know for a fact that I have several. Graphic novel, I have at least one, which I'm in the middle of, so I'm not sure which one I'm counting it for, because it would go for microhistory and graphic novel, but probably the graphic novel, because I have, like I say, at least I'm looking at 3 right there, microhistories. So I am going to do that challenge. I am going to make myself read things I already have. That will knock them off my TBR pile. That will make me happy, because a lot of these, even though I really want to read them, I'm probably not going to keep them, because some of them I'm interested in reading, but I'm not interested in rereading later on, so I will trade them to a local used bookstore. I'll trade them online at Powell's. I'll end up donating them. I'll give them to friends, that sort of thing. So I really do want to get those off the shelf, read them and get them out of the way, so that I have more room for books that I really do want to keep. Because, as we all know, there's no such thing as too many books, but there is a such thing as too little space. And I suffer from that quite badly. But yeah, so this was just a really long, rambly video about TBRs, and I really would like to hear your thoughts. So, how do you do your TBR pile? Is it just what you have? Is it kind of like mine, and it would murder you if it was sitting in front of you? It could fall over and kill you. Just let me know down below, and if you like my videos, please subscribe. I'm going to try to do at least 1 a week. I'm hoping to be able to do at least 2, so that'll be exciting for me. Hopefully it will be for you too, and because I'm having, you guys, okay, let's talk serious here for a minute. I am having so much fun making these videos. I honestly didn't think I would, because I'm a little squeamish about being on camera. I'm a little weird about putting myself on YouTube, things like that. I've never really done that before. I've blogged, and of course I have Facebook, and I spend way too much time on Facebook, but I've never done anything like this. So I was a little bit skeptical about it at first, and I was like, oh, nobody's going to watch them. But, you know, some people have that I actually don't know in real life. There are people who don't even know me who are watching my videos, and I think that is just awesome. And today I was watching a video, and I think it was on Books and Stuff. Again, my most humble apologies for not remembering which channel this was on, but she was doing a birthday book haul, and she just got so excited about the books. And I have friends that are book geeks, and my wife loves books, and I mean, my family is a book family. My brother's always reading, you know, we're always trading recommendations back and forth, things like that. And like I said, you know, my mom reads, my wife reads. But I was really beginning to think that there were not that many more people out there in the world who geeked out about books like I did. And just watching that video today, it made me smile so big because she was freaking out and hugging her book, and she was just like, oh, it's so pretty and it's so wonderful. And it was just wonderful. And you guys have no idea how amazing how amazing it is to me. I just posted on Facebook, y'all, I have no idea how I lived my life before finding all these bookish YouTube channels. I don't know, seriously, at all how I did, because you guys are wonderful. And I don't even know any of you guys personally, and I don't even have any technical online friends among you yet, but I really am enjoying it. I love all of the people I'm subscribed to. I'm hoping to find even more people to watch. So if you are watching this and you make videos, link your stuff below. Say, hey, I make videos. I will go watch them because I love to hear anybody talk about books. I really, really do. And I have rambled on quite extensively about TBRs, and I've geeked out about Booktube, I think, enough for this evening. It is late, and I have class tomorrow, so I will leave you. But again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you, anybody who does Booktube videos, thank you so much for being out there and being excited about books, being as excited about books as I am. It makes me very, very happy as a person who is a librarian and who has to hear people tell me that libraries are no longer relevant and who reads anymore. I want to take Booktube and smash it in their face and be like, these people read. They go to their library. They use their library and they love books. So you guys are just giving me tons of awesomeness on many levels, and I thank you greatly. So I hope that you all have a wonderful bookish week, and just everybody have a great week, and I hope to see you again in my next video. Bye.